Hello guys, good morning, welcome and good evening. How are you today? Guys, no matter what, you have to realize today's topic is how to veganism. Now, you guys may know and may never know, but realize no matter what that you never know, because I never know, and I never know anything about nutrition, and I never know anything about life. But I'm a student of the game, and I'm better than yesterday, so that's my experience. And I'm a 14-month vegan right now. Now, in order to be a 14th month vegan, okay, transitioning into a 15-month vegan very soon, you have to realize some actions they have to take. And you have to realize to make the university your style of living. So, no matter what, when you're living life, you need to be able to learn nutrition. Go into the supermarket, learn about nutrition. And based on life experience, you have to see that no matter what, my life is what it is today because I made the university my food supermarket, and also life because I'm a life coach. But because every time I go to the supermarket, I always learn something about nutrition. And I have some amazing breakthroughs in nutrition over the past 43 months because I've consciously taught myself how to stay away from certain foods and how to learn about foods. So, no matter what, I'm here currently right now at the airport because I have to actually get to Perth. So, my apologies for people just speaking out in terms of the Mega Drive. So, in terms of life, guys, just remember that no matter what, never let anything distract you. But to be a vegan, you have to realize now that the only time that you can become a vegan is to study veganism and to study nutrition. So guys, no matter what, just realize that when you're taping a video like this inside an airport, no matter what, just realize to just keep going. But also just remember, you can also pause the audio, but no matter what, you can also pause the video, but just keep going throughout the video, because otherwise you have to connect it all together, and no matter what, guys, you can see she's already gone. So no matter what, I'm still here. So you have to realize now, the whole point of living as a vegan is to remember that you are never upset and disappointed with other people, but that you are more inspired daily by how you eat. As you can see, my skin is very beautiful, and I'm living over 10 years now in terms of my life expectancy, even more because I turned into a vegan. If I, for example, was still a meat eater today, I'd live 10 years less than the person I am today as a vegan. So the person I was before ate meat, and I am much more qualified to live a longer life now compared to how I was before, because I'm a vegan now, and my other part before never matters, but that's what got me right here. So no matter what, guys, realize that no matter what, you may be someone who eats meat currently, and you may be a vegetarian. So the best thing you can do is work in slow steps to turn a vegan. So veganism took me 51 weeks to accomplish, and it's really easy. It's really easy. I first had to lose 27 kilos to even think about becoming a vegan. So first it was weight loss for me, and then it was health, and I chose veganism for health reasons, and then I chose veganism for long expectancy, and then I started to learn more about meal preps and how to get my best plant protein in terms of my daily life, and how to make the best value for my dollar. So that's why finances is so important. When you're learning finance, you're also learning nutrition, because most of your money may be going towards food. So you may be paying the bills, and you may be investing your money in the bills, you may be investing your money everywhere. So just never look in terms of paying your bills, but look in terms of where you're investing your money, because it's more important to invest than to pay. Okay? Look at every single giving as an investment. Think investment more than paying. So you're never paying for anything, you're only investing. So in terms of that, I have to repeat that for myself, because sometimes I have to be very conscious, and I have to always be conscious of myself. So no matter what, I'm always conscious of what I say, and that's a vegan attitude. When you're much more vegan than you are yesterday, you're going to realize that you are more disciplined today. You've learned more about nutrition. You're getting the best protein on the planet from the best sources, and you're really clean in terms of how you eat. And you have no guilt or shame, and you're never poisoning the environment. You're never killing yourself with alcohol. You're never smoking drugs. You're never smoking cigarettes. You're never taking caffeine and you're never taking Red Bull, nor anything else that's negative. So it makes a big difference for your life. So in terms of my career as a vegan, and the career is that when you change into a habit, you must maintain it and you must keep going with it as long as it's positive. So for me now to be able to live the long term as a vegan is the best aspect of my life. So no matter what, guys, just realize that, sorry about this that's going on with others just talking in front of me, but for example with myself, I just realized now to never let anything annoy me, because since I've become a vegan, guys, I've managed to live life much more easier in terms of how I live. So I live with less negative stress, and I also have more time freedom because my finances are helping me save my money now, because I've chose to place my money where my mouth is. So when I say to other people to turn vegan, I make sure to stay vegan, because that's living in integrity. And say I was never vegan and I was saying for other people to be vegan, that means I'd be a hypocrite. I'd be someone who is a wannabe. I'd be someone who is a wannabe veganism, or I'd be someone who is a wannabe vegan. So no matter what, guys, to be an entrepreneur, to be someone who is far greater than you are, you need to be able to realize better potential in your nutrition. So when you're talking nutrition, you have to realize confidence is a big aspect of how you eat. It's also your diet, it's also your courage, it's also how you look, it's also your sexiness, it's also your athletics, and it's also your vision in being your best version. So when you remember that you came into this world, your dad and your mom gave you meat, maybe. So no matter what, most of you are eating meat out there, and there's only 1% of the world and less that are eating actually vegan food. I mean the 1% of the world. So I always look to find something to do that's going to make me 1% of the world. So I have time freedom for life. I also have a business, I have a career, and no matter what, I chose that. So the same thing with veganism. I chose to have a career in terms of living my lifestyle and having a better lifestyle in terms of my diet. So I had to let go of the alcohol. I had to let go of cigarettes. I had to let go of Red Bulls. I had to let go of caffeine. I had to let go of cocoa powder. I had to let go of all meat. I had to let go of any substance abuse in terms of legal drugs and illegal drugs, as well as medication. So no matter what, it's a big part of my life now that I have more money to travel, and I have a better outlook on life. I have more confidence, I have more courage, and I have more focus and concentration. But I also look better and I feel better, and also I feel amazing in terms of my life. And guys, I'm aging younger, I'm not aging older. So at 70 years old, I'll be younger than the person I am today. Why? Because I'm constantly learning, I'm constantly growing, I'm constantly making a bigger impact, and I'm constantly creating more videos so that I can help myself. So no matter what, guys, just realize that your life must be something special. You must be able to realize that your life here is going to make you help yourself even more. So no matter what you do, just realize now that you are just doing something in accordance to learning about nutrition, so you can really see how you can really live life, because your life must be something amazing. You must be able to realize that nutrition is something that's going to help you really deal with your life in terms of how you're really going to live life. So no matter what, this is the first time I've been in an airport like this, and no matter what, guys, I'll just pause this video. So guys, no matter what, nutrition is something important. So in order for your life to be something of greater influence, you need to realize that nutrition and health is first. So learn nutrition. Once you learn nutrition, I've been studying nutrition for over 46 months now, for over 42 months. So no matter what, it's a long deal of life. that I've invested in my health. So you have to do the same. You have to be able to study for long-term nutrition. So I have studied nutrition for the long term, and I'm still doing it long term. So no matter what, I'm always invested in the long term. So speak in terms of present tense, and never speak in terms of past tense or future tense, but make sure that you stay in the moment. Now, veganism has everything to do with spirituality, has everything to do with this moment, and it has everything to do with how are you feeling in daily life. Now, the better you feel, the more money you have. So feeling creates abundance. The more feeling you have, the more money, the more spirituality, the more consciousness, the more everything you have. So right now I feel amazing. And no amount of money can replace that. So that's a massive deal breaker for me. That I can feel amazing in my life and be able to do something amazing in terms of teach people how to get to veganism, but also create these massive deals in terms of how you can eat so fast without having to cook, without having to peel, without having to microwave your food, without having to toast your food, without having to make sure that you cook your food in terms of oils and boiling your food. And guys, it makes a massive difference to be able to eat within 1 to 3 minutes. So the reason I've been pausing this video is because these airport people are just speaking every single minute in terms of my life, and no matter what, I'm always here doing a better job than everybody else. So in terms of my life, I see something incredible inside myself, and I see something that I can deliver value. So no matter what, I present myself in terms of, hey, let me never speak over people, and let me just pause the audio so that you can really get that information that you're looking for, so without you being annoyed. And no matter what, that's how I do things. So in terms of spirituality and veganism, guys, it's all about studying. You have to study in anything in life. So no matter what, nobody's going to study nutrition for you. Nobody's going to make you a vegan. Nobody's going to make you finances. Nobody's going to give you money. You understand? And you have to go out and make it. You have to go realize that money is made easily, and that you never work in a 9-to-5 job for money. You understand? You never work for it. What you do work for is you work for yourself first, because you are more important than money. So guys, if someone is making you work like a slave, it's you. You understand? Nobody's forcing you to go and work the 9-to-5. Nobody's forcing you to eat McDonald's. Nobody's forcing you to eat chocolate. That's from the outside world. You're thinking that other people say, chocolate. There's no such thing as chocolate. You understand? That's the kind of mindset you have to have. You have to have a mindset of never listen to other people and how they view food. Never talk about food. When you're talking about food, talk about it in terms of how you're living life with it, but never in terms of enticing yourself to eat the chocolate or enticing yourself to eat or drink the alcohol. So when you're living life, that's the whole point of living. Never entice yourself to do something negative, but stay away from certain foods. So the way I was able to become a vegan is I stayed away from McDonald's at first. It took me 2 weeks to stay away from McDonald's. And then what I done was I added to it. I started to go and stay away from KFC. And then I stood away from KFC and McDonald's for another 2 weeks. And then by the time it was 1 month, I was away from the McDonald's for 1 month, and I was away from the KFC for 2 weeks. And then I took out Domino's pizza. And then that I made sure to stay away from that for 2 more weeks. And every 2 weeks I was dropping out something from my life. And I never went there. And I never invested my time there. So in terms of veganism and how you eat, when you enter in terms of your life, you have to realize it takes you time to go to McDonald's. It takes you time to go and shop for all those foods that you're eating. So to be able to become a minimalist and a simple basic person about what you eat, you have to go and enter Woolworths. You have to enter your local supermarket, and you have to say, out of the thousands of foods there, that you eat one class of foods. So how are you going to do that? What you need to do is you need to start staying away from certain food classes and from certain aspects of life, and you need to tackle the whole supermarket based on knowledge. So when you come into the supermarket, now is your time to find the best deals. Now is your time to find the best prices. Now is your time to learn every single ingredient inside the supermarket, and it's time for you to study in your Google. You have a Google in your phone. You go on the website, Google, you type it, and you write, no matter what, that you type on Google some questions based on nutrition. what is in a banana, what is in this, and every single day you learn more and more about nutrition. And you have to dedicate yourself, nobody can do it for you. But you can start today to realize that in your brain right now, you can see already what kinds of foods are bad. Stay away from those foods right now and just never eat them again. So no matter what, guys, just make sure that when you're studying about nutrition, you make that your local supermarket is your university and you study about it and you really dig in deep. You just go into it. And that's how I was doing it. And I was taught by Zig Ziglar, he said, stay away from certain foods and never eat them again and you'll lose weight so fast. I was like, woof. Nikola Tesla light bulb came into my mind and I said, wow, I'm first in my life. So no matter what, I see, no matter what, that my life has to be better than yesterday. So I chose to listen to Zig Ziglar. I started staying away from certain foods every single 2 weeks. I was dropping out foods on my own. While women were rejecting me, people were never with me, people never liked me over there in Sydney. So guess what? No matter what, I never care about them. I moved on. I've been traveling for 8 months to Australia. They're still in one spot. I'm time freedom for life. They have to work a 9 to 5 forever. And no matter what, guess what? I never have to work a 9 to 5. So for myself, I just enjoy my life because, guys, I'm dedicated to make sure that I'm better than yesterday. And that's what it takes. It takes you being better than yesterday. So you have to start learning something. And why not start with health first? Because health is first in life. There's nothing better than health. Health is number one. So when you're doing life, you have to realize now, nutrition is going to help you further than anything else. You can have all the money in the world, but when you have no health, guys, you have no wealth. You may believe in your mind that you have the wealth, you have no health. Because you have no feelings to be able to become richer. You understand? So the whole point of being richer is to be level 15 health and level 15 wealth. Never level 1 health and level 15 finances, because you only feel one level of richness in life. Feelings are your richness. It's your ability to be your best version. Now, you can be your best version in just finance and learn finance. For example, like some of my mentors, Robbie Kiyosaki, he just learns finance. But the guy is totally, in terms of health, he's losing it. You understand? So, in terms of finance, the guy is one of the best in the industry in terms of finance. But in terms of health, the guy is lacking so much. And in terms of being his best version, he's lacking because health is your best version. Health isn't your best version. You can have all the information in the world about marketing and sales, but then if you're lacking health, you'll never be your best version. And guys, the most important aspect of life is making sure that nobody's interrupting your video and that you're actually doing something in accordance to value and that you're giving value on a daily basis based on what you're doing in life. So me as a vegan, guys, I am enjoying life. I'm enjoying life because I have more money now. I stick to a certain regimen. I have my food groups. I eat 1 to 3 minutes every single day. It takes me 1 to 3 minutes. Guys, some examples that takes me to eat so fast are beans, legumes, any type of legumes, soy products, soy milk, also tofu, tempeh, and there's also, for example, fried rice, and there's also these variety meals that I eat. For example, noodles. You can go and get noodles at the food courts. You can get also pad thai. You can get pad thai. You can get stir-fried noodles. You can get, for example, pumpkin. You can get hot chips. You can get sweet potato chips. You can get pumpkin and whole potatoes. You can also get canned foods. All the canned foods. You can get yourself fruits and vegetables. And guys, no matter what, you can also get yourself bread. You can get yourself wheat. You can get yourself cereals. You can get yourself peanut butter. You can get yourself oatmeal. You guys can relax and you always have food for every single day. And you can eat it fast. And you can just bring it with you and you have it. And the reason that I live my life this way is, guys, it saves so much of my time. I have 3 more years extra time just because I'm a vegan in terms of my meal preps. So I make an extra 3 years of my life to do business, to do audio content and video content, to make a bigger impact in the world. But also I live 7 years longer in terms of just being a vegan and sticking to my regimen. So I've added 3 years in terms of eating 1 to 3 minutes And then also with the veganism, with my health, I live 7 years longer and more. So depending on how you eat, you have to be very strict about what you eat. So no matter what, never let yourself down, and realize that no matter what, you're always eating something with less sugar, you're always eating something with less fat, and you're always eating something with less saturated fat. Remember, throw out the oils, throw out butter, throw out sugar, throw out caffeine, throw out toxins, any type of toxins, cigarettes, alcohol, drugs, legal drugs, medication, throw it away. Those are already 8 single tips I've given you in this video, and you have to take action on one of them. And no matter what, stay away from the cheese, stay away from parmesan, stay away from restaurants. See, I do all that. I'm an integrity type of guy, and I'm saying this for a reason. I stay away from restaurants because in restaurants it takes, say, $20 for you to get food, and no matter what, I always give money. But for restaurant food, I can get, for the same equivalence of a $20 restaurant dish, I can get my food for 5 days in the supermarket. I can eat for 5 days inside the supermarket of plant protein, the same what they charge in the restaurant, and I'm richer that way. So no matter what, I stay away from restaurant food because that's never the solution to eating your food. You never go restaurants every day to eat. What you eat is whole foods. You eat something from the local supermarket, the actual local supermarket. So you can even go to the health store, but the health store is expensive. So go and get yourself something from the local supermarket where I go, and I grab my foods. You got a bunch of fruits and vegetables that can give you sugar and nutrients. So that's what you need from fruits and vegetables, from fruits especially. So the fruits is what I'm talking about. They give you just natural sugars and the nutrients you need. Nothing in terms of protein. The fruits, all the fruits out there will never give you anything in terms of protein. They may give you 1 gram of protein per 100 gram and nothing more than that. So no matter what, there's always more to come. So you have to realize to always be positive about what you're saying and to realize that there's always more. So be careful about how you speak in terms of your video and be able to push through your own barriers. And in terms of vegetables, guys, seeds, legumes, beans, go right there. That's the food group you must be eating. Wheat as well. Go eat wheat. Wheat, beans, seeds, legumes, and nuts. These are your 5 categories where you must be going. So guys, no matter what, I stick to these foods on my daily basis. Tofu, soy milk, beans. So I may eat 3 cans of lentils on a day, every single day. I can eat 3 cans of lentils every single day. I can eat these food classes every single day. Tofu, soy milk, 3 cans of lentils every single day. I can eat that every single day. I need nothing else but me. You understand? I need me the most. So no matter what, those can be my food classes for the next 1 year. I can eat that. And then what I do is I may have a variety meal, for example, and I may eat potatoes in a can, which are already whole potatoes and they're boiled already, and all you just do is open it, you eat it right away. And there's 1 gram of protein per 100 gram inside potatoes. So when you're looking at per 100 gram, you just look for the protein, the plant protein. So you need to eat plant protein. You never eat animal protein in terms of your food, because animal protein has a lot of cholesterol. So what cholesterol is it raises your heart levels. It raises your heart palpitations. It gives you disease. It gives you cancer. It gives you all these cardiovascular problems and also your heart problems. It has all these type of problems with what you're saying. So no matter what, guys, never have heart problems, okay? But food that gives you heart problems is meat, okay? So stay away from meat, okay? So I have no heart problems because I'm a vegan, and I make sure to never lead you in terms of heart problems. But for example, with heart problems, you have to realize that the only way to become healthier is to stay away from cholesterol. So stay away from cholesterol as much as you can, because cholesterol raises your blood pressure, and blood pressure makes you have a heart attack. So no matter what, never have a heart attack. Stay away from the cow's milk because it has lactose, and lactose is intolerant for 76% of the world. They are realizing right now. So guys, no matter what, you can see now that in terms of what the world is saying, you have to realize that I'm number one in my life. But 76% of the world is lactose intolerant. So what is lactose? Lactose is a animal product that is found in animals that makes you get irritated. It makes your intestines irritated. It makes you have bowel syndrome in terms of your life, and it makes you nervous. It gives you anxiety. It gives you suffering. It gives you all these negative symptoms in terms of life. So, guys, you have to realize that no matter what, the best way to drink milk is to drink unsweetened milk. So drink unsweetened milk in terms of have soy milk, have rice milk, have almond milk, have oat milk. You've got 4 milks right there. And it may be more affordable for you to do that. So no matter what, realize that cow milk is the most expensive milk. Even though you realize it's $2 while 1 liter of soy milk is $1.15, no matter what, you realize now that soy milk is much more affordable in the long run, because cow's milk, drinking it every single day, is going to make you raise your cholesterol level. So no matter what, do everything in your power to do it now, that you make sure that you stay away from animal products as much as you can, and you turn vegetarian first, and then you turn into a vegan. So no matter what, with lactose, you'll find that with lactose you have a lot of suffering. You can get diabetes from it, you can get all these types of cancers from it, you can get everything in terms of vein blockages, and guys, it's just very, very poor way to drink milk. So never give it to your kids, especially. So the main thing is that you learn from nutrition. So my categories of food are tofu, seeds, nuts, legumes, and beans. So I'm always eating these foods, and the reason I do it is due to plant protein. So when you're going for shopping, make sure that when you're shopping for, say, chestnuts, that you're looking at the labels and that you see almond nuts, how much is the price and how much is it per 100 gram of protein inside both of them. So the almonds may have 21 grams of protein per 100 gram. Then you check the chestnuts or walnuts, you check the walnuts, they're called walnuts, and you check them, they may have 14 grams per 100 gram. And the walnuts may be $14, the almond may be $7. So it makes much more sense for you to have almond nuts, because it gives you what you need in terms of protein much more than what walnuts do. So guys, go where the better price is for your food. So that's why I eat with less than $10, for example, in terms of food a day. And no matter what, I'm always looking for better ways of thinking. I'm always looking for better ways of doing. But no matter what, guys, just realize that when you turn vegan and when you have a low sugar diet, as I do, I eat less than 7 grams of sugar a day. And I realize that now, no matter what, that I can have 2 soy milks a day. I can have 3 soy milks a day. I can go out and have fruits and vegetables and have all my meals that are 1 to 3 minutes that I prepared for myself already. And I can have all these variety meals. I can enjoy my food now, and I can really, really dig into it. And I can always stick in between the 37.5 grams of sugar that is recommended for a man every single day. But also for the woman, it is 25 grams of sugar per day. That is the maximum. So no matter what, I've been sticking now for about 3 weeks. I've been under the 7 gram mark in terms of sugar. So for myself, it's very important now that I see myself doing much better in nutrition, that I see myself going back into fitness and athleticism now, making sure that I'm building muscle, making sure that in the long run I look excellent, I look sexy, and I'm always maintaining my disciplines, but making sure that the sugar and the protein that I take, that it's never affecting me, and that I get my deals in the best price. And roughly I can eat at $6 a day, and I can eat beautifully, guys. So that's in Australia. In Australia, I can eat for $6 every single day. I can eat for $3 every single day and get what I need. And all I need to do is get myself 4 cans of beans. And it's going to feed me, and it's going to maintain my body. And guys, no matter what, you can always eat in Australia for $3 every single day. Say you have maybe no money, go get yourself beans in your local supermarket. It's the cheapest. It's never the cheapest, it's the most affordable. So never think in terms of cheap, think in terms of affordability. So when you see flights, for example, you'll see they say cheapest, but never look at cheapest, look at affordable. That's the most affordable. or the best price may be the most affordable, or the longest flight may be the most affordable for you. So no matter what, something in your life must be so affordable that you never go towards expensive and you never go towards cheap. So some people eat lots of expensive foods which are in restaurants. I stay away from restaurants because I would be broke going to restaurants. You understand? So that's why no matter what, I stay away from restaurants because it's never the way to eat for me anyway. And that's why I get to travel, because I have so much money. In terms of, there is no so much money, but I have money to really invest it in the best places and never in the most expensive luxuries of life. And then I never invest my money in unhealthy food, which is a luxury. So unhealthy foods are luxury items. So when you go and get yourself, for example, McDonald's, I call that a luxury item, because luxury will get you nowhere. You understand? You can have a Ferrari and look good with it, but that Ferrari will never make you another one. You understand? You can eat McDonald's, but it'll never make you better. You understand? So you need to build some skills. So the best skills that you can bring out from yourself is to make sure that you are learning nutrition right now and learning how certain foods make you feel. So start to cook for yourself first. So in terms of cooking for your foods, you have to realize now that in terms of that you cook for yourself first. That's how I lost 27 kilos. I was a person who went to my dad, "Dad, make me food, please." And I would sit on the couch and I'd smoke 10 cigarettes before my food came. That's how I was. I'd smoke 10 cigarettes and 3 cups of coffee before my dad made me meat and hot chips with gravy on top. And that was the worst meal of my life. Honest. So no matter what, you have to realize now that that's how I was. And I was very fat, and you can see my photos and you can see my reflection of who I was. And no matter what, I'm now the best man of my life. I am a person who is far greater than the person I am in terms of my life. So no matter what, I'm always greater than the person I am. I'm in every single second learning and growing. And that's how you must be. You must be a person who's growing in terms of your nutrition, your spirituality, your finance, your emotional health, your physical health, your finances, and also your personal health and your personal life, and in your family life. You must be able to lead them. You must be able to give them what they need, but you must be able to give yourself more than what you give them, because that's how you're going to give them more. So no matter what, guys, it's all about mindset. Mindset first, because mindset is going to get you further in terms of the long run. And to be able to delay food right now is the best thing for you. So that means food, which is alcohol, you have to delay it. You have to delay cigarettes. You have to delay all these toxic substances such as medication, legal drugs, illegal drugs, ice, heroin, ecstasy, cocaine. Make sure you're never investing your money over there, because no matter what, it's expensive to do drugs. Drugs are a luxury, so stay away from what is luxury. Do you understand? Because the real luxury of life is anything that's expensive and that is cheap. Stay away from luxury and go for what's most affordable. And what's most affordable is what the rich do. What do the rich do? The rich see that life is much better than yesterday. They have ideas, they have the brains, they have the speaking ability, they have the skills necessary that say somebody in life took their money away, somebody stole their money, somebody did something to them, somebody bankrupted them, somebody really criticized them and they lost a huge deal of money, and maybe something happened in terms of their business that they failed and they just plummeted. They can always rebuild with their skills. So those are the rich people. The rich people are always looking for better ways to grow, and they realize that material and food is never satisfying. You understand? What's satisfying is growth, content, pushing content into the world. They realize, hey, here I am having a magnificent life. Why? Because I'm dedicated to help people and for nothing else but to just grow. And they realize that growth is happiness. That growth makes me happier. That food never makes me happy, but that food just makes me live longer. Now, you need to eat food. You need to eat food. But growth will help you even more than food. Because Food will never get you the money. Food will just help you to live longer. So you now have to take conscious action to actually put your money in better places, and you have to find those deals. And what kind of deals? Instead of drinking Coke, go for water. That's a simple way. And now that may be so big for you. How can I just change from Coke to water? See, what I'll do is that's a simple method. What I just taught you. That's what you eventually must do. All I drink in life is just water. I drink tap water. I drink tap water in my life. That's what you must take action on now. You never drink in your life. Make sure you never drink actual bottled water. But make sure that no matter what, because in Australia here, the tap water is beautiful, and in terms of lifestyle, you can drink tap water in Australia as long as the tap water is never dirty. But in Australia right now, the tap water is beautiful. Now in third world countries, you guys may have to invest in water, actual bottles of water. And for example, in some parts of Europe, you may have to actually invest in water bottles. So be careful about that. But here in Australia, for example, I can drink tap water. You can go to a bubbler. Maybe you have a bubbler outside your house and use the bubbler as your actual water for the day. You understand? And no matter what, guys, when you're traveling, you have to realize you'll save so much money in terms of your life when you're a vegan. You have so much more energy. So energy is key for your life. So health is the key to everything. So when you're realizing that you have better nutrition skills and you realize that you understand nutrition more and more, you eat better and better, you look better and better, you have more money, you have more energy, you feel better, you will be a better version, you also lose weight, you have more class, you look so much better in terms of how your mindset is and where your focus levels are and your concentration, and also with your athletics and your bodybuilding, you'll be able to have the long-lasting energy you need every single day. You'll be able to eat 1 to 3 minutes. You'll be able to live 10 years longer. Is it worth it, guys? Is it worth it for you to study nutrition for 42 months so that you can live for an extra 10 years? Guys, it's worth it. But at first, I never knew that. I just dived in. I never even knew this information that I just said for you. I just dove in first, and I started to learn, and I never even knew what was coming. And I just started to lose weight, and I took it one day at a time, 1 week at a time, 1 month at a time. No matter what, I planned ahead. And guess what? It was working out. I started to get happier and happier over my days. Started to walk around the block. Yes, you need to exercise. You need to exercise, guys, to lose weight. You need to exercise every single day. Okay? 30 minutes, they say, is the recommended. And I agree with that. You have to walk. You have to walk. You have to get some sunlight too. And you have to realize that you need to be more important today than you are yesterday, because that's how you feel good. Guys, I feel amazing. You have no idea. If you are not vegan, I have an idea. For example, say you have no idea. You have to have an idea. You have to realize, guys, say you have no idea. Say you have no idea about nutrition. Then you go and learn about it. You have no idea about sales, you go and learn about it. You have no idea how to read, you start anyway. You have no idea how to speak with people, you start anyway. It's that simple. You just have to start first. So that's what I've done. I had no idea about nutrition. I started. It just rang a bell. Zig Ziglar said, hey, stay away from certain food, you'll lose weight. Fuck, that's what I fucking needed. That's it, nothing else. And I always watch my language. I say sorry, Danny, for saying that. Because I always try to really improve my communication and who I am. So, guys, the whole point of nutrition is to have more energy. It's to live longer. It's to make sure that you never have to cook. You never have to peel food. You never have to boil your food. You never have to fry your food. You never have to buy oil. You never have to invest in oil. So never think in terms of buying, think in terms of investing. The same thing as saying never think about paying money, think about investing it. So guys, just realize that we are never going off track. We are just moving on. So realize now that you invest your money only. You're only investing your money, and you're investing it in the best places. So first you have to find the deals, and the deals are in the supermarket, and the deals in the supermarket are your university. So you need to go study numbers. You need to start realizing to get yourself a conscious investor, or start actually planning your finances inside your journal right now. And you start saying, this is where my money went for the day, write the date at the top, get yourself Google Drive, get yourself Dropbox, upload a file every single day online about where you put your money, and you realize over time that you have this massive deal in terms of where your money is going. And then you can look back in terms of your sheets of paper where you've actually wrote your finances with and all this kind of stuff. Or for example, you can get yourself a spending tracker. It's called a spending tracker on the actual iPhone app, and it's also called a Samsung Play Store application where you can get the application. It's called Play Store inside Samsung. You can go in there and you can also grab yourself a conscious investor where you're never spending your money, but you're realizing that you need to start consciously investing your money. So you have to start implementing when you get a Coke or when you get something in terms of your life, no matter what it is. I'm just giving examples. That you're consciously investing your money. So you may invest in Coke, you may invest in anything in life. Make sure you write it down. So that is the important aspect of how I have more finances, because I actually invest my finances and then I track it. Where did my money go? And I separate FXB with GXB. Now, what is FXB and what is GXB? GXB is a financial method where I invest all my money in terms of where my growth is, because it's growth, GXB. So growth is the growth in it, and just XP. XP, for example, XP points. So GXP, just growth points. And FXP is food points. So when I invest in food, I love to see how much actually money went for food in terms of every single year, and how much money went for growth altogether in terms of everywhere I invested my money. How much did I invest my money every single year? So all you need to see in life is just the number of your yearly giving in that year. So when you're seeing the monthly sides of your investing, what you're actually seeing is just your numbers. So in 2019 you may have 150 plus in terms of you became richer in 2019 by $150, and in 2020 you may be richer $2,100. So you actually made an improvement, and then that's what you're looking at in terms of where your money is going. But then you have to realize, to start off actually investing your money, and to realize that get yourself a conscious investor. It's called spending tracker. I never use the word spending because spending is a waste of money. Never spend your money, only invest it. And no matter what, guys, in terms of nutrition, that's what I mean. Use FXP. You use FXP as the title, and make sure that you have your own journal about where your food's going, and also your own journal about where you're actually investing your money, and write it down even in a note system. I do it in a note system because I find the spending tracker is very bullshit for me. So what I do is I do it on my own accord, and I love to see my own numbers. I calculate my own numbers. So I may have, say, a certain number. I'll go GXP plus this number for the total of the year. I just add it, and then FXP was, say, 236 plus 840 for today, and that may be 850 something. So no matter what, I'm always just adding the numbers every single day. But then I look at my notes and I say $5 went to here, $10 went to here, and no matter what, I categorize it in two ways: GXP and FXP, and that's the way I see life. So no matter what, you have to see now that in terms of nutrition, you have to find yourself better deals. You have to find yourself where the plant protein is, and what are you doing today to really figure out how are you going to better your health. So guys, no matter what, in this video, you've already had some ideas in terms of how to become a much better vegan and where to start. So some 5 areas of life where you need to actually start letting go of foods are in oils. You have to let go of all the oils. You have to also let go of butters. I let go of all the butters. Let go of pizza. Never go to pizza stores. McDonald's, KFC, Subway, all these retail, for example, franchises out there that have processed foods that you have to go and give money at a fast food restaurant in terms of processed foods. The franchises such as KFC, Red Rooster, Big Burger, King. There is Subway, there is Pizza Hut, there is Domino's, there is also Red Rooster. There's all these franchises. Stay away from them. Or Portos. Stay away from them. Sizzler. Stay away from them. You understand? Because they're all restaurant food. That's all fast food. So stay away from fast food. And now, I do eat fast food, but when I go fast food, I get the plant types of fast food, which are noodles, white rice, fried rice. There's also pad thai, and there's also sweet potatoes. There's also pumpkin, and also just whole potatoes. Guys, that's all I'll eat. You understand? And guys, that's just a variety meal. That's what I call a variety meal. So when I eat those foods, it's never really for the protein. It's just for a new taste. And I may add some salt. I may add some sugar to it. So no matter what, guys, I'm always, these days, I remove the sugar from my life. But that's what I used to do. And today, I still may do it, but on a rare occasion. On a rare occasion, I may add soy sauce on top of my rice. I may add chili sauce on top of rice or on top of something that I eat. But mostly, guys, I stay on track with my actual food plan. And I stay with tofu, I stay with beans, I stay with lentils, I stay with butter beans, I stay with carnelian beans, I stay with black beans, I stay with 3 mixed beans, 4 mixed beans. I also stay with whole potato in the can. I stay with mushrooms in the can. There's actual mushrooms in the can. You can get carrots in the can. You can get corn in the can. You can also get peas, green peas in the can. And this can give you what you need. You can also get tomatoes in the can. So all these canned foods are so beautiful that you can eat. And you can eat them right away. And it's a variety food. Do you understand? So the variety foods are whole potatoes in a can. There's also green peas. I call them a variety. There's also tomatoes, which are variety. There's also carrots and corn. That's all variety meals. Why? Because it has low in protein. Now, with green peas, it has a bit more sugar, so I stay away from it and I call it a variety meal because of the sugar. And now I stick to the foods that have no sugar, which are tofu. Has no sugar, has low fat, and has exactly what you need. Tofu, go for it and eat it every single day. And there's also tempeh, has low sugar, go for it, eat it every single day. I choose the tofu over the tempeh because the tofu it goes down better for me. And there's also beans. Beans have no sugar. So when you go 100 grams of sugar or better, for example, when you go per 100 grams, how much sugar in a beans can, or for 10 grams, there's actually 0.1. So there's never even a gram of actual sugar inside a can of beans. So you can go grab all the beans, any type of beans. Just make sure it's 5-star. Go grab yourself chickpeas. Chickpeas are so beautiful, and chickpeas are actually made from hummus. So actually, no matter what, you can make hummus from chickpeas. So make sure you're adding chickpeas in your calendar because most people never eat them and you get them at discounts. So here in Woolworths in Australia, it's 66 cents and has the same amount of protein that lentils does. And lentils is 80 cents. So you can get discounts this way, and you can always eat for 66 cents, you can eat 18 grams of protein. It's so simple. You get 18 grams of protein for 66-cent meal. So when you go to McDonald's and you get yourself a $10 meal at McDonald's, you may get 3 grams of protein for $10. So think about the difference there and the richness in eating actual chickpeas. So guys, these are my main meals. There's also, for example, bread. You can eat sliced bread. For each sliced bread that you actually eat, there's actually 2 grams of protein per sliced bread, and you can get protein through peanut butter. So peanut butter has around 23 grams of protein per 100 gram. And I was actually eating 200 grams of actual peanut butter and getting myself 100 grams of fat every single day. So it's been now 3 weeks since I actually stopped peanut butter, for the reason that I can lose more fat, so I can lose all this fat that I have, and so that I can actually start toning up better and start eating less sugar also, because the peanut butter is mixed with white sugar and they're processed, and to get the best kind of peanut butter on the planet and in the planet, you have to go to the health store and you have to get the natural one. You can also go to the local supermarket, and it's also $5 for every 375 grams. but only get it when you can afford it, guys. And make sure that you're never eating too much peanut butter because it can make you fat. So I stay away from that aspect of life. I stay away from high fat foods. Even though peanut butter is a high plant protein meal, it's also a high fat meal. So stay away from high fat and start eating low fat, start eating low sugar, start eating low sodium meals. Stay away from soya sauce. Soya sauce will never do anything for you. So everything I say for you to stay away from, that's really going to help you in life, and make sure that you do it. Make sure that you're somebody who takes action. Now, through this video, I've given you more information than Zig Ziglar gave me. So you have to realize, if you're not taking action in this video to start really balancing your life and staying away from certain foods, you need no coach in life. Do you understand? All you need is just a bit of information to get started. So, for example, with Zig Ziglar, he said, just stay away from certain foods and you'll lose weight. I was like, that's it? I can stay away from McDonald's. I can stay away from McDonald's for 2 weeks, and then stay away from KFC for 2 weeks, and then stay away from Coca-Cola, and from Coca-Cola go, what is the next drink that I can actually drink from Coca-Cola? And I went to Fanta, and I let go of Coca-Cola, and it's been over 2 years now. I've let go of all the soft drinks, so that's another one. Let go of soft drinks. Never drink soft drinks, never drink cordial, never drink anything that's sugary, because guys, sugar's going to kill you. You understand? Sugar's worse for you. So sugar is one of the most difficult aspects of life to quit, because I've actually gave it a really good go, and I came up to 7 grams of sugar. Underneath 7 grams of sugar. I can actually go to the 0 point right now. I can actually do it. And guess what? I see already that I can do better than that. I can do better than that, and I can actually just enjoy my meals as I do. And I never have to do anything else but just do me and make sure that I better myself and plan more ahead about what I'll do with my nutrition. But in terms of now, I stay under the 7 gram mark. Today I actually had 2 soy milks, so I actually had around just under 12 grams of sugar today, because today I have to fly from Cairns to Perth, and it's 7:50 right now, and at 9:20 my flight leaves. That's why I'm here at the airport, and I'm never waiting, guys. I'm here doing my business. I'm here doing something related to my financial aspects of life, for my career, for my legacy, so I can actually teach people, so that I can do something and do a video a day, keeps the doctors away, but also make sure that no matter what, that I do a video a day, so that I can become popular, so I can have attention, so that I can win over the crowd, so that I can win myself over the most. So no matter what, I never do it for the people, I do it for myself first. So I do it for my legacy, I do it for who I am, I do it because I'm better than yesterday, I do it because of how I live my life. So I'm a vegan because in my life before I suffered so much that people around me criticized me, kicked me down, and were blaming me for everything. So they still do that. And no matter what, guess what? I'm never dragged down by them, because now I'm in a stronger mentality, and no matter what, I've learned a lot. So I'm still learning, I'm still growing, and I never call myself an expert on anything. I'm not a specialist, I'm not an expert. All I am is a student of veganism, and I'm still learning, and I'm still growing. You may call me an expert, you may call me that I specialize in this. I never specialize in anything. I'm not a specialist in life coaching. I'm not an expert in life coaching. What I am is better than yesterday. Now, I can teach you how to become better than yesterday, and I'm not an expert in anything in life. I'm just a student of life. I'm just a student growing, and that's how I stay. I'm just a student. I'm always a student. Why? Because I choose to be a student in terms of learning style. Because for me, an expert never grows. For me, an expert or a specialist who specializes in something never grows. So for me, I specialize in growth and growing every single day. I can say that, but I just choose to say that I'm a student of growth. It's the same thing, but I choose to change my terms and conditions in life. So for me, a student is someone who's growing and is always studying something. So you have to be a person who's studying, and you have to have your own philosophy. As Jim Rohn says, everything is philosophy. The better your philosophy, the better your life. The more you can motivate, the more you can inspire, the more you can be disciplined, and the more you are disciplined, the greater measure of your success, as Brian Tracy says. So guys, no matter what, you guys have to realize that nutrition is first, health is first. I always say in my videos, and no matter what, just realize that marketing and social media and sales will never get you anywhere, period. But guess what? Eventually it does. But first, what gets you there is your health. So realize now, I've been selling myself and marketing myself and promoting myself in this video the whole way through. How did I do it? At first, Because at first, I had no sales skills, I had no marketing skills, I had no social media skills. So what enabled me to actually come on this camera and actually teach you everything that I did? Of course, look at my skin. I'm very beautiful. I'm very healthy. I'm a vegan. I've lost weight. I've had success in my life. I've had a life where I'm better than yesterday, and I'm still better than yesterday. So no matter what, watch your words when you're saying something. Say you're always better than yesterday, and that you're never in terms of the past. So in terms of my life, I'm better than yesterday. That's why I can actually get on the camera, because I feel good about myself now. I can actually be exposed. I can be in the light. And as Gary Vaynerchuk says, for you to be popular and to grab attention, you have to expose yourself everything about your life. You have to expose everything about your life, and you have to say, these are my finances, this is my health, this is my habits, this is how I live life, this is my integrity, this is what I did, this is what happened, this is my mistakes. You have to actually say to people everything about your life, and that's what it takes for you to be actually in the spotlight and to be able to teach millions of people and billions of people for yourself. So no matter what, realize now that it never just happens with sales and marketing and social media, but it happens with health first. And that's why I say, hey, start nutrition now. And over the next 4 years, guess what? You'll become someone big in your area. So no matter what, guys, health is your area. You have to realize now, if you're in it for something else other than health, guys, this video is never for you. Sorry, but health will get you more than anything else. Do you understand? Because health is wealth. Health is something so important that when you're lacking in it, you wish for it. So whatever you lack, you need more of. You understand? You may be lacking sex, you may be lacking a woman, you may be lacking whatever. You need that in your life. Whatever you're lacking in life, you need it so that you never lack it. So how do you do it? You get healthier. You start to work on yourself. You start to develop yourself. You start to actually eat healthier. You start to become more confident. You start to work on your communication skills. You start to actually journal. You start to plan your life ahead. Guys, for 42 months, I've been planning, where do I eat? What do I eat? How do I manage my finances today, and today, and today, and today, and today? For 42 months, I've been asking myself where to invest my food. Where to invest my money. I never invest in food. I invest my money in food. So I'm always looking for better words to say and to explain it in a different way for you, so that you can realize that no matter what, the better way you eat is the better way you eat life. And the better way you live life. So realize now that you have to drop away all those toxins I said. You have to realize to drop all those foods I said. You have to start taking action on your videos and in your branding, and start realizing that sales, social media, and marketing are really never going to make it for you. You understand that you will make it for you, but it's better to be your best version standing in front of people than being a fat person standing in front of people. You understand? I'd rather be the best version of myself, and people actually look at me and they're really into me about everything, because the person who has the health has everything. They put themselves first. When you see a healthy person, you see a sexy person. When you see a woman who is so sexy, you'll see a woman who has the health.
Thank you for your cooperation.
Thank you for your cooperation.
以下係澳大利亞政府發布嘅一則關於冠狀病毒嘅重要衛生通告。如果身體感到不適，並且出現咗發燒、喉嚨痛或呼吸困難等症狀，請馬上聯繫檢疫官員。如果未來幾日內生病，就要去睇醫生。並講明最近曾到過嘅地方做診時，請打電話通知醫生。欲知詳情，請瀏覽衛生部網站。感謝你配合。
What you mean
以下是澳大利亞政府發布的一則關於冠狀病毒的重要衛生通知。如果身體感到不適，並且出現了發燒、喉嚨痛或呼吸困難等症狀，請馬上聯繫檢疫官員。
I understand what you say.
如果在未来幾天內生病，需要去看醫生，並說明最近曾到過的地方。
So guys, that's why I say the 5 areas of life are emotional health, physical health, personal health, spiritual health, and financial health. You need to work on these 5 areas right now, and your communication along with that is everything. So mindset is everything in nutrition. The better your mindset, the better your health, the better everything. So start today to learn, to start growing, to make sure that you're prospering in your health, because health is abundance. Money is only abundance when you have health. Sorry, but you need health. Guys, you need to do something every single day, and exercise will never cut it for you. Exercise alone will never make you healthy. It's what you eat on a daily basis that will make you exercise. Exercise will never make you eat, but nutrition and learning nutrition will. So the more you can actually eat better and get the best food for your money, no matter what, you realize that way you actually become a better person. You start to actually have a better attitude. You start to realize, hey, I can do it. I can do something incredible. And I'm more disciplined when I'm a vegan now because I have more energy. As Nikola Tesla said, he said those people who are vegans are superior to their meat eating counterparts. So he says, no matter what, those people who are vegan are much more than meat eaters. You understand? So you have to realize now that it's honest what he says, that veganism is going to change your life around. It's going to help you have all this amazing energy. You're going to feel as if you were just born. You understand? You'll feel as if you were just born today. So that's how it feels. You'll feel as if you were just born. And that's how you say it. So no matter what, I feel reborn every single day, every single second. I feel I just came into the world in a new way. And today I'm a better person than I was yesterday because I maintain my integrity. So integrity is another aspect of your life, and you have to start doing something today to really start writing, to start sales pitching, and start making a business based on how to. So no matter what, first start with your health. I promise you that no matter what, when you have health, you have the business too. Those people who are drinking alcohol never have a business. Those people who are smoking cigarettes, they are nobodies. Those people who are taking medication and need medication to live, guys, they're nobodies in life. Those people who need cocaine to have a good time, they're nobodies. Those people who have weed on them all the time, they're nobodies. Now, yes, some people have been famous smoking weed. For example, Bob Marley, and there was other people. But guys, those are rare people who actually make it in life. They're rare. You understand? 1% of the weed smokers on the planet will become stars. You understand? Because I was a smoker of weed for 3 years, 5 days a week. You understand? I was smoking bongs, I was smoking joints, and guess what? I was smoking cigarettes for 7 years. And I was doing drugs in my teenage years from the age of 15 to the age of 26. I was doing drugs. I was doing drugs from the age of 15 to the age of 25 in 7 months. And it's been now 2 years and 3 months sober off the legal drugs. Off the legal drugs, I've been off the legal drugs for over 6 years now. So I'm enjoying my life. And you need to get off the legal drugs to be able to get yourself on the camera so you can be somebody. But you also have to get yourself off the legal drugs as well. And the legal drugs are much worse than the illegal ones. You understand? So you have to realize now that smoking cigarettes kills more people than illegal drugs ever does. In the long term. Now, guess what? Smoking cigarettes actually kills you so slowly. It's so subtle. You cannot even realize how slowly cigarettes kills you unless you see over time how your fitness rate and how you start to decline in your health. Now, you may be thinking you're young, you can start drugs, you can do all this, but guys, it's never the road. I've been that road. I've seen that road. I went to the bottom. I sunk to the bottom. I was doing cocaine. I was doing ecstasy every single week for about 3 years. You understand? I was doing ecstasy. I was doing ice. I was doing cocaine. And guess what? I had no money when I was doing all that. I was very broke, and no woman needed me. I became fat because I got put on the schizophrenic medication before. And no matter what, guys, I had to overcome it. How was I supposed to overcome it while doing illegal drugs? I had to go sober. And that was the only time of my life that I really started to self-reflect, and I started to say, well, where are my friends? Guess what happened? My friends dogged me. You understand? I was put in a mental health facility. I was put in a mental health facility. For 4 months. Nobody visited me except for my dad. You understand? Nobody visited me except for my dad and my dad's girlfriend. You understand? So no matter what, you have to realize now that in those stages of life, you'll find out who your real friends are. So if you're doing drugs with your friends, guys, they're never your real friends. Those people are somebody stuck in with you. They're stuck in the same areas with you, and they just have to be with you because you guys have a band together and because you need connections. Now, guess what? You never need those type of connections. What you need is self-education. You need to be a person who's self-educating yourself, and you need to be around millionaires. Because guess what? I grew up in a crowd full of drug addicts, and they're blaming me for being a drug addict before. And guess what? I fell in that crowd, and I had to fight my way out. I blocked 770 people from Sydney. I blocked them all. You, goodbye. They say one thing, I bye-bye. This one says one thing, bye-bye. Because no matter what, you block one person, or you have a negative argument with one person, or something in your life says you block one person, that person goes and tells 10 people. And those 10 people are all against you. Then you go block the other 10. You too, bye-bye. They go and tell more people, stay away from this guy, stay away from this guy. You block them all. You block their families, you block their sister, you block everything about them. You know what I'm saying? And then you move areas, as I did. I moved to Melbourne, and I moved to Adelaide, and I moved to Brisbane, and I moved to Gold Coast, and I moved to Cairns, and I moved to Hobart, and then I went to Townsville, and I went back to Cairns. I went to Sunshine Coast, I went to Australia Zoo, I moved to Australia Zoo. And I'm moving to Perth now. Why? Because now I see who my true friends are. I see who my true friends are. And those people who in the past, they're all stuck in one area already. I make it jealous. I make them jealous every single day. You understand? Why? Because now I'm more successful. Because they put so much shit on me. And guess what? I never care about them. And I can see they put so much shit on me. And that's better. And that's why here I am now doing better than yesterday. And they are doing worse than yesterday. Most of them are doing worse than yesterday. I'm never worse than yesterday. And you have to realize that 99% of them are worse than yesterday. And the 1% of them that are better than yesterday never teased me, never bullied me. You understand? So I got away from the crowd. And those people I was doing drugs with, they're still doing drugs with today. Listen, they're still doing drugs today. I'm off the drugs. I'm doing better than them. My Instagram looks so much better than them, and they never even congratulated me for my hard work. I never put hard work in. I put smart work in. I'm a smart person. I do smart things in life. I do everything smart. So I never think of what's hard in life. I think of what's smart. What's smart for me to do right now? So what's the smart aspect of life? And I go where the smart are. I stick around where the smart asses are. I go with the smart asses. I never go with the sarcastic. Because sarcastic is very fake. Never be a sarcastic. Be a smart ass. When you say something smartly, own it. You understand? Always be a smart ass. And I appreciate people who are smart asses with you. Because they will teach you something. A smart ass is never sarcastic. A smart ass will tell you the real truth. So, based on this video, no matter what, you have to realize this video is how to become veganism. So this is all aspect of veganism. Everything about this video is staying away from people who are meat eaters, staying away from people who are poisonous, staying away from negative people. Stay away from them. Stay away from people who go to nightclubs. Because guess what? To be a vegan, you have no need to be in the nightclub. Why? You've got better things to do to be able to live life than being in a nightclub searching for women. Guys, work on yourself. That's a deal breaker right now. The best way of business, the best way of veganism is work on yourself. Every single day. Work on yourself. Pick up the skills I gave you in this video. Guys, I gave you so much skills in this video, and the skills are the thoughts behind what I said. So what is behind what I said? Everything that I exposed in this video is everything that I'm saying. So I'm Richard Better, and realize I've got nothing against anybody. So I repeat, I'm Richard Better, because that's an aspect of my life that helps me to forgive everybody. And just in the moment, just realize it's just my meditation technique. I say, I'm Richard Better. I am never resenting anybody, because I'm better than yesterday. Why would I? Why would I have a hateful heart for somebody when I'm better than yesterday? When I love myself totally, and so much. I love myself so much. So the whole point of life is eat better, sleep better, live better, be better, have more, be more motivational, be more inspirational, be everything that you can be. And as my mentor Jim Rohn says, and also John C. Maxwell and Brian Tracy and all my mentors that I had, they say, be all you can be. And I say it too, be all you can be. Because all you can be means, be all you can be means be everything that you can be and do what works for you. Do what works for you, guys, because most of the people out there are maybe cooking your food, they're doing something according to their life, and you have to realize now to take responsibility and say, you will no longer cook me food, I have to cook myself food so I can lose weight. And then that's what you say. You say, for that, you lose weight, and you say, you must lose weight because guess what? For other people to cook for you makes you dependent on them for food. So start to learn yourself how to cook. Start to actually experiment in the kitchen. At first, that's what I've done. I started to experiment on my own. I started to cook meat. I started to cook chicken. I started to cook eggs. I started to mix everything with eggs. I started to mix everything with rice. I started to boil rice. I started to learn everything about cooking in the kitchen with meat. And I still lost 27 kilos even eating meat. And then I suddenly said, since I've eliminated all these places from my life, it's so easy for me to just let go of meat now. I just let go of meat because I've seen an opportunity. And that's what you have to do. When you see an opportunity for yourself to actually transition, do it. See, that was a transition. I had chicken, fish, meat, eggs, and that was it. To let go, to become a vegan. The whole food, so the whole egg, and there was also the whole meat, the whole beef. And guys, all I said was, okay, since I eat eggs, fish, chicken, meat, and beef, I'll let go of the beef and I'll move on to the pork, chicken, fish, and eggs. And I stay off the beef for 2 weeks. And I seen myself, I am amazing. I'm never going back to how I was. I'm a vegan. And then I was eating 4 of the meats that are categorized as 5 meats. And then I let go of pork. And I just moved on to chicken, fish, and eggs. And I was saying, out of these 3, I'll just remove the chicken. I'll eat the fish and eggs. And I became a flexitarian and a vegetarian. At the same time, I removed the fish. I became a vegetarian for the first time. And it was 14 days that I was a vegetarian, eating just eggs and everything else that I removed from my life. I never ate it, and there was over 500 foods. I removed over 500 foods from my life. So when I say chocolate, I removed chocolate, I mean all fucking chocolate. So I removed all chocolate from my life. So when I swear, just I mean the best. So I see a Kit Kat, I just say goodbye. I have no need for a Kit Kat. And that's $1 investment right there. Today I made $1 just because I say goodbye to a Kit Kat. And that's how I also do my finances. And no matter what, guys, that's the whole point. When you walk into a supermarket, fat people see everything. Oh, hey, let's go this way. They just eat everything. That's why they're so fat. And they lie to people about how much they eat. It's clearly obvious how much they eat. They eat too much. They lie too much. Too much blabbling about they eat low sugar and they eat no meat and they eat no fats. So it's clearly obvious. And no matter what, never believe fat people in terms of how they eat. You understand? And also, for example, you see a person who's healthy, such as me, I walk into a supermarket, and guess what? I was fat before. I was one of those people who was eating everything. I walk into a supermarket, I just go legume section. Legumes. I just go legumes. And that's it. Do you understand? What else is there to eat besides legumes? Legumes is your best bet. I mean, there's no such thing as betting, so never bet, but just go all in on legumes, because legumes are just the most plant-based foods you can eat at the moment. It's the healthiest foods. Lentils, chickpeas, beans. Lentils, chickpeas, beans. Tofu, go for it. Tempeh, go for it. Nuts, Go nuts too. Nuts. Nuts will help you. Will give you energy. Soy milk will give you energy. Wheat. Go eat wheat as well. Those 5 categories of food. But I just go for the legumes. Why? Because I'm more of a strict vegan. Now, I'm never fat anymore. I'm not a negative person. But guess what? Many people lie about what they say and how they say it. So you have to realize that you never believe fat people about health and what they eat. You just believe people who have actually overcome their challenges, that show you results. I'll show you my results in my actual Mega Drive, where I keep all my storage in terms of all my content. I have your education and I have about me section. And you can see everything about me. I hide nothing. Why? Because I have to expose myself. You'll see over 120 gigabytes of my information, just on who I was before. And you say, fuck you ugly. You understand? And no matter what, that person that you say, fuck you ugly, guess what? I'm never ugly. But that person got me here. You understand? That person's me. You understand? That person is me. That person who was in my past that looked so ugly made me better than yesterday. So it was always in me to be better than yesterday. You understand? It was always me. And no matter what, I'm now. I'm never the past. That person who I was got me to this point. This person who I am is going to be far above who I am now. And how do I do it? I do it one step at a time. I keep my energy levels high. I keep my concentration levels high. I keep my focus high. I keep my learning style high. I stay a student. I'm always open-minded. So guys, that's the deal breaker. Be curious, be interested, be more interested in yourself than others. Focus on yourself. Love yourself. Be more disciplined. As I said, stay away from certain foods, as Zig said, for me. And that's what I've been doing. And here I am, a better man. And guys, take action when I say something. Make sure you leech on to an idea, take action, and apply it. Get better by it. Stay with it. Stay consistent. Never go back on it. And you'll have integrity. And that's why, no matter what, when you have 1,000 disciplines, you never go back on those 1,000 disciplines. You create more disciplines to add weight on top of the disciplines. So you may start off with letting go of alcohol, but now you have to let go of cigarettes also. Now you also have to add to let go of weed. You have to let go of all of that. And then you have to push foods into that category, and you have to stay away from certain people in that category. You have to stay away from certain investments in that category. So what are some investments? You may stay away from Ferraris. Put the Ferraris aside. You no longer need that. And those are all your disciplines. You may have over 50,000 disciplines as I do in my daily life. I stay away from 50,000 areas of life. And I maintain my integrity. Guys, no matter what, that's what it takes. It takes everything. It takes your whole being. That you make sure you study, make sure you learn, because that's the only way you'll grow. You grow by learning. You grow by dedicating yourself. You grow by staying consistent in the long term and making sure that you brand yourself eventually, but make sure that you're better than yesterday, because that's real business. Remember, the only way to think big is to think small to be better than yesterday. Guys, no matter what, being better than yesterday is the biggest vision that you can ever have. And guys, just remember, that's your #1 vision. Guys, see you guys in the next video.